But this was not the only heated rivalry going into the big event.
WrestleMania III, the biggest main event of all time. The heavyweight champion of the world, Hulk Hogan, and the challenger, Hulk's former friend, Andre the Giant.
When I saw him out there with Bobby the Weasel Heenan, I knew he was different.
I'm here for one reason, to challenge you for a world championship match in the WrestleMania.
You can't believe it? Maybe you'll believe this, Hogan.
When you tore my shirt off, man, when you tore the cross, you tore the heart and soul out of all the little Hulksters, man.
Believe me, WrestleMania 3 will be your last lesson. Au revoir.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event. This next contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the WWE Championship. And introducing the challenger, accompanied by Bobby the Brain Heenan, from Grenoble in the French Alps, weighing 520 pounds, André the Giant.
5-inch figure of Andre the Giant, who has literally been brainwashed by Bobby the Brain Heenan.
No, I disagree with you a little, JR. Don't you feel that in a 15-year illustrious career that he should be granted one shot at the title?
King, the man, number one, never asked for a title match. And number two, never wanted a title match.
Never wanted it? Well, to your knowledge, and it's wrong, he's got a title match tonight, and he definitely asked for it. He ripped the shirt off the champion as well as the necklace, and I figured that's a direct way of asking for it.
And his opponent, from Venice Beach, California, weighing 294 pounds, the WWE Champion, Hulk Hogan.
The roof is about to explode as these 93,000 plus greet him. You're looking at the greatest professional athlete in the world today, the WWE Champion, Hulk Hogan.
Well, he's the champion right now, JR, but he may not be in a few minutes. Let me run it down. Hogan, 6'8", 294 pounds. Neck, 21 inches. Chest, 58 inches. Biceps at a phenomenal 24 inches. Hands, 13 and a half inches. And that's the tail of the tape.
A phenomenal individual. Just look around, King. Hulkamania is alive and running wild.
Oh boy, look at the goal. This should be an outstanding match.
Look at the stare. The irresistible force meeting the immovable object.
Look at the size of the giant. I mean, Hogan is 6'8".
Andre is 7'5".
What could Hogan possibly be saying to him?
I would certainly like to be able to read lips at this point.
Whoa, he's hulking up right now.
A big serve from Andre. The time for talk is over. It doesn't get any bigger than this, ladies and gentlemen. Andre the Giant versus Hulk Hogan for the WWE Championship.
The biggest match in the history of professional wrestling, JR. It all started when Andre came out on Piper's Pit to celebrate Hogan's WWE Championship reign.
Andre got a surprise, though, as they gave him a trophy for being undefeated for 15 years. But his trophy was slightly smaller than Hogan's.
Right. Then Bobby Heenan got in his ear, and before you knew it, Hogan's shirt and necklace were ripped off by Andre, and the biggest match of all time was made. That's why we're here. That's why 93,173 any man, especially Hulk Hogan.
Andre the Giant continuing to administer the punishment to Hogan.
Andre headbutted the ring post. He went for a headbutt, and Hogan dropped out of the way.
These 93,000 fans are watching the two most dominant competitors of all time.
Hogan is determined to achieve the impossible. Oh!
The Hulkster is holding on for dear life. Hogan's on spaghetti legs right now and needs to regroup.
Man, this has been a great matchup. This opportunity
is not on Hulk Hogan's side.
I'm not sure anyone can defeat him, JR. I mean, look at the size of André. Ow, look at this.
Unbelievable, King. If you had told me that Hulk Hogan was going to bring the fight to André like this, I would have never believed it. I never thought I'd see the day.
Well, I have to agree, JR. This is something that I can barely conceive of. Hogan is determined to achieve the impossible.
These 93,000 fans are watching the two most dominant competitors of all time.
Only one of these men can win, JR. That's why we've set an indoor attendance record today.
The Hall of Famers just picking a spot here.
There's a cover.
Good God Almighty. It doesn't get much closer than that. A hard right hand. Hogan has struck the giant. Hogan is hulking up, King. We're seeing what Hogan is really made of.
Your winner, and still WWE Champion, Hulk Hogan.
Listen to the ovation. Hogan is truly a real American.
What can I say? I'll give credit where credit is due. I never thought it could be done, JR.
Never underestimate the ability of WWE Champion Hulk Hogan.
That's the first time in 15 years that André the Giant has ever been defeated.
Hulk Hogan has done the impossible on the stage of the greatest wrestling event of all time, WrestleMania III. History has been made tonight.